Everton lost the 246 Merseyside derby last night at Anfield. Diogo Jota's second half goal enough to give Liverpool a win over the Toffees. David Moyes, in a press conference after the game, was asked for his thoughts on Everton's performance at Anfield. This is what he had to say.
Look, Liverpool were the better team. No complaints with that. We've had some opportunities. I thought we've done a great job. We were resilient. I think we've now played Liverpool twice in a month, just about, and I think we've ran them close in both games. So maybe we're a wee bit closer than we think we are. And I thought the players done a great job tonight in some aspects, not in other aspects.
So now,
and it's disappointing when you walk away, with a goal which is clearly offside in a derby.
I feel like Davey could have brushed his hair a bit there. It's a bit windswept, didn't he? Everton, the goal, that beat Everton last night, controversial, offside for me by a mile. I don't know how the VAR haven't given that. David Moyes was asked for his thoughts on it. This is what he had to say.
He's offside, yeah. He's offside.
Have you sought an explanation for that?
Yeah, I've asked it. Well, I've not sought an explanation, but I've said to him that I'm disappointed that, I think it's quite an easy one to give as well, because all our players are sort of holding the 18-yard line, and Diaz comes from behind and affects Tarkowski from behind clearing it. I'm really surprised it wasn't given, or maybe I'm not surprised.
See, I'm moaning about VAR. I mean, the manager's right. He was offside. Shouldn't have stood. I'm moaning about VAR there, but James Tarkowski should have been sent off, really. Listen, I understand people saying things like, well, it's a derby tackle and all that, but you just simply can't do that anymore, really, in the game now with VAR there. And I know Tarkowski's apparently said that he thought McAllister was going in for the 50-50 and he pulled out, but it was a bit of a naughty tackle. When you see it again, you think, yeah, it's a red card. That David Moyes was asked for his opinion on the challenge. This is what he had to say.
I've got to say, no, I wasn't. I've seen it since and I'll explain it to you. I thought at the time it was a brilliant tackle for a derby game. You people are all asking for it, and then when you get it, then you're wanting sending off. So you've got to be careful what you wish for, I thought it was a brilliant tackle. But since I've seen it and I've come back in, I think that we could have been lucky that he didn't get a red, because it looked high. But it depends what era you want to play your football and watch your football in. To me, I thought at the time it looked a brilliant tackle at the first, and I think it probably was. It was a follow through which looked worse.
I get what he's saying, and he's right. At first, you think that's a brilliant tackle. I'd seen McAllister rolling around and thought he was just, doing a Luis Diaz. But when you see it again, you do realise it probably is a red, and that's what the manager said there. So I think you have to agree with him. Back to the goal, because obviously it was controversial. Beto had the goal disallowed, and I didn't see the lines, and it was really, really close as to whether he was on or offside. And that goal was ruled offside, even though Beto took it brilliantly. Jared Brandtwaite was adamant after the game that Diogo Jota's goal should have been disallowed. He said he asked referee Sam Barrett if he was getting reviewed because Luis Diaz was offside. He said he can't, what's James Tarkowski supposed to do when there's a player behind him who's offside, and he can't let the ball run. And then the biggest thing for me in it is that Diaz then touches the ball about a second later, which means he's interfering with play. And I'm amazed that VAR have given the goal. That's me saying I'm amazed VAR didn't send Tarkowski off. I'm equally amazed that they give the goals. So I know David Moyes said he shouldn't be surprised, but it's a poor, very, very poor decision. And no one, you can quote rules and all that, but they don't make sense. In that case, he was offside and he went and then touched the ball. So the goal definitely shouldn't have stood, but it did. And we have to move on, don't we? Finish on a positive note, and that is the form of young Harrison Armstrong, who is on loan at Derby County for the rest of the season. He's in the side now and playing brilliantly, and he turned in another strong performance for Derby as they beat Preston. And he's been brilliant. It looks as though they certainly have got a good chance of staying up. His form has been brilliant. Derby County fans all over social media praising him, wanting them to stay. Lots of them want them to sign for another season on loan. And it will be interesting what David Moyes does with Armstrong, because obviously he'll come back to Everton in the summer. I expect and imagine he'll go on tour to America and play in a few of those games. But he looks like a really good footballer. Got good vision. Got a little bit about him as well, likes to tackle. And this experience of him playing in the Championship will be fantastic for him. The fact that he's doing so well at Derby is brilliant news for Everton. And who knows, he could save Everton a few quid as well, turning into a first team play. And that's what we need. We need lads coming through from the academy who are really good and you know, save us having to spend millions. That's what we want. We want more of that. So well done, Harrison Armstrong, playing brilliantly for Derby County. That is it for the News Daily. Make sure you check out the final word, check out the match preview as well for Everton Arsenal at Goodison on Saturday. Like, subscribe. We're less than 1,500 now away from that 100,000. So thank you very much for that. And we'll see you later. See ya.